Hello to my Sagittarius. Sagittarius, this is going to be a prediction video for you all that's going to help you throughout the rest of this. This is a prediction video for this entire month, right? So it's from the beginning of this cycle, which began on November 1st through the end of this cycle, which ends on November 30th, right? So, okay, we just had to make room. So thank you for your patience. And so hopefully you all have been following over on the YouTube side. So let's get into this and let's just see what what predictions are coming up for you all. You all have been having a lot of really good readings on the YouTube side, traveling, making up your mind, some decisions you're making. And so let's see what comes out in your cards. Let us see what comes out in your cards. Sagittarius. Let's see what comes out in your cards. All right, first card out of the deck, the leading card, is the Strength card, right? So I definitely see that you all is a Strength card. And Strength card is really all about healing yourself, like learning how to heal your spirit matter. So this is the King of Wands here, especially when you're no longer motivated by being around energies who are in survival mode. Those are energies who are who see your meekness as weakness, right? So when first sign that something breaks out or something happens, and you want to exit stage left, you want to get as far away from the chaos and confusion as possible, and they see that as a weakness. That's something you've outgrown. They make some kind of immature remark about it. Those are energies that you wouldn't go back around those energies if you saw a pig fly, because they will easily put you in some kind of a survival mode situation. And I feel like somebody has been there, possibly with someone that you love from your past. And this is what I'm seeing here in your cards, is by the time you get to the King of Wands, this is where you're in prayer mode. This is where you're saying, okay, you can pray ahead of time for open roads so that you don't have to wait until you get on the road to be praying to get away from something, right? So you can pray ahead of time. And that's what I'm saying for you all. But I do see some good news coming across your path. Someone that you do love coming across your path who is coming out of a survival situation, right? So it could be anybody that you love that there's an emotional connection. So you have some good news coming across your path. Here we have the Page of Swords, and it's coming across your path very soon. So you have a whole lot of ideas about things that you are doing right now, Sagittarius. And so you want to keep those ideas. Trying to create. You're trying to, now that your motivation has changed, and a lot of you all are traveling, see this globe right here, and you see this bus right here, you're traveling, you're doing a whole lot of things, you have the whole world of opportunities in front of you. You definitely have some ideas about something new, like I said, that's coming across your path. And it could be a youthful energy, but what you're done with are older people who are excited by chaos and confusion. You're done with that. You're whoever is, I don't know who that is for, but that's for you. That doesn't move a needle for you at all. Matter of fact, it's a major turnoff, because it doesn't. So I see creative opportunities coming your way, intuitive messages coming your way. I feel like you're curious about some new things coming across your path, and a lot of possibilities coming across your path in terms of just creating some things for you, just in a different space, right? And I see you back in the saddle again. Here's the Six of Wands here. So 2 and 6 of Wands is 8. So I feel like somebody could be flying somewhere. I mean, like taking a flight somewhere. So I'm not surprised to see this in your cards, because, again, I know you all love to travel. Mercury is pre-shadow retrograde. It'll be going retrograde very soon. And just remember, when planets go retrograde, that doesn't mean that planets move backwards and they don't move at a slower pace. So you slow down. If you're traveling somewhere, so say take a minute to just read, right? Read, pay attention, read. But you got some good news coming across your path, right? So here we have the Five of Cups. You'll definitely be able to put the past behind you, especially leaving behind low vibrating energies that could have caused you to lament, in the past because of just them putting you in survival mode. Whoever these energies are, being an open book, putting you in survival mode. Here we also have the Queen of Cups here, giving you an opportunity to really pour into you. So whoever these two energies are, there's an emotional connection and there's a logical connection. Like it's something that they said or did was illogical. It's very immature, emotionally, and some kind of lie that somebody told. Here we have the Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles here, and just to get out of a situation, just to get out of a survival mode situation for them, told some kind of a fib, right? So Page of Pentacles energy here is, I do see, again, we got youthful energy here, it's some kind of a manifestation here, some kind of skill development for you, some kind of financial opportunity for you coming up, very, very soon. Here we have the Empress card, right? So I do see your abundance and your prosperity growing just because, again, you're cutting ties with any energies that will put you in survival mode just by their immature comments, their lies, their trying to put you in some kind of a survival mode. And survival mode could literally be, it could be anything. It could be anything. Coming up with some bright idea to do something that next thing you know, you're paying for something, right? You're paying for something like you can't pay your bills, or you're struggling to pay your bills, or whatever the case may be. That could be putting somebody in survival mode. You can't really travel. You can't really do anything. It might put you in some kind of a, limit your abundance and your prosperity. The source is saying you're going to learn how to be more, conservative, with your time. Something for you on the other side of all of this, the light side of 4 is you're going to say, you're leaving some energies behind. You're getting as far away from them because it's two energies that have succumbed to passive and powerless behavior, and one has, egotistical, materialistic, and forceful, right? Lying about something, right, that puts you in some kind of a, situation that threw you out of balance financially, right? And you may have even noticed it at some point in time. Like you may have saw a steady flow of money, like especially if you have a business or whatever the case may be, or even if you're working for someone and you may have heard, okay, you may be up for a promotion and all of a sudden things were on pause. Why? Because somebody told some kind of a lie. Somebody said something, and you're just like, whoa, well, what happened, right? Misery loves company. So your anxiety about something is coming to an end. Your anxiety about something is coming to an end. As a matter of fact, I see money coming back to you, and that's an approval from source to balance things out. Money is going to come back to you. Money is coming back your way. So, but I do see you tossing some things into a burning bowl. Your head and heart will no longer be at war with each other. I'm telling you, Sagittarius, they will no longer be at war with each other. You're moving on. You're getting some sunlight, and so something is coming back to you. So I see you being a lot more structured and authoritative. A lot more structured and authoritative. Moving forward. No longer just going along with the flow. Just work, where you can't even see what's going on. Here we have the 10 of Pentacles here. So I see you feeling very much a part of a family dynamic, whether it's a work family situation or home life family situation. But I do see you focusing on your legacy, building your legacy, right? And again, source is saying you're going to get out of something as much as you put into it, right? But your motivation has definitely changed. Somebody is definitely laser focused now, like in terms of like how you see what kind of legacy you want to build and what you're motivated in building. So, and as far as your legacy is concerned, so something includes a lot of travel for you. And remember, Mercury going retrograde is also going to send a message to a lot of people that you're no longer motivated by being around anybody who thinks that you need to be in survival mode, who puts you in a situation where you're struggling and they don't even know what you've already gone through, it just puts you just in any kind of situation. So here we have the 2 of Cups. So I see soulmate energy coming across your path. And I see it being very sacred, relationship. So it's not always a romantic, unless you want a romantic relationship. But I see sacred relationship coming across your path. And just terms of like even a platonic friendship, for you. And so you're tossing fear, doubt, confusion. You're actually saying you need to make room. So there's two types of energies you need to leave behind so that you can make room. Two types of energies you need to leave behind so that you can make room for something. Here we have, and I do see you creating a whole new life, for yourselves. So whoever these two types of energies are, your third eye is now wide open. Your third eye is now wide open. So I definitely see you taking some kind of action. I see you springing forward and taking some kind of action. You are actually, some downloads may be coming through. And that's why you see like this pregnant person on the card here. Like usually when people are about to give birth to something, your intuition becomes even more heightened. Like the stomach even looks almost like a full moon, right? So I'm talking to men and women, Sagittarius, but your intuition becomes even more heightened, right? So you may have felt emotionally drained, like something was just pulling on your energy. And so source is saying, but your intuition is extremely heightened too. So I see you being able to defend your decision to stay away from certain types of energies without even coming across as defensive at all, without even coming across as defensive, because something is being exposed. Something is definitely being exposed. We have the Sun card here. Yep, something is definitely being exposed. There was an energy that made something all about them. Two energies made something all about them as far as you were concerned. And basically somebody was basically like, it's their way or the highway, but it cost you something. It cost you something, which you weren't even aware of what it cost you. Like somebody did something behind your back and it cost you something. So check everything. But something was definitely out of alignment. Something was definitely out of alignment here, right? You're going to feel like you have a whole new lease on life, but yeah, some kind of a financial, opportunity. What you're going to be learning from is just procrastination. Like, when you had all this fire here, that's a lot of confusion, right? That's just a lot of confusion. It could have been a lot of confusion going on where you just did, something. I don't know what was going on with somebody. You could have been making something all about somebody while somebody was doing something else behind the scenes, behind your back or something. So kind of judgment is coming down on, these two energies, right? Just for, harshly judging you, putting you in some kind of situation, right? Is a death card here, right? So something is death to judgment, meaning that they're going to have a tower moment. These energies are going to have a tower moment. Yep, these energies are going to have a tower moment. Here we have the Six of Cups here. Yeah, but you will be cutting ties. And a lot of it has to do with the environment that they're in. And that's where, like if something was created in a particular environment, right? And just a very poisonous environment. Could have been a lot of drinking going on. Could have been a lot of just like people came up with some bright ideas to do something crazy, right? And it was all manipulated by a shark, somebody who had no emotion behind their eyes. And so source is saying a lot of things are about to become crystal clear, to you. But something definitely, you are highly creative looking at your cards here. But somebody was around some energy vampires who wanted to put you in survival mode in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And put you in survival mode in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Maybe something about your mental health, Sagittarius. So that's something you want to pay attention to. It's like, you being an open book. People having a whole lot of ideas. Maybe you were talking about your legacy or like what kind of legacy you're building, or, maybe you was talking about you were getting some money or something coming in, Sagittarius. But that's what source is trying to help you to learn how to do is when you're talking to certain energies or when you're around certain energies, some people are they just sitting there just listening to every little thing, right? Here's the Empress card here, you know, waiting to limit people's abundance and their prosperity in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And their mind is just ticking, because that's what they are. They just, like I said, sharks. So it's some man here. There's a man here, a man and a woman working together. Looking at the cards here. That felt like they had the weight of the world on their shoulders. Here we have the Ten of Wands here. So I see you being booked and busy, not burdened and bitter at all. But it's like somebody's trying to make you responsible for something, right? Something, some kind of... Let me see what else we got going on here, Sagittarius. Yeah, Devil card. Yeah, that's what they're going to say. The devil made them do it. That's what they're going to say. Whoever these energies are, they're going to say the devil made them do it. Just really hot-headed energies. It's a man too. It's a man. It's two guys that's behind something, right? It's two guys that's behind something. An emotional predator, and then there's a land predator, right? There's a excuse me. We had to keep. Well, it could be more than that, but just looking at your cards here. But somebody is definitely emotionally just immature, and they're from your past. Excuse me. They're from your past. So, but you're going to feel very fortunate. Here's the Wheel of Fortune here. You're going to feel very, very fortunate moving forward. Very, very fortunate, right? In terms of your family jewels, your legacy, and all of that you're building here. Yeah, you're going to feel very, very fortunate. So, yeah, somebody was definitely around a lot of energy vampires where somebody was just emotionally dehydrated, but somebody's trying to make you responsible for something here. Something trying to make you responsible for something. But you're going to feel very, very fortunate because there's so much confusion going on. Looking at the cards here, we got 7, 8. We got the 7, 8 here. So we got the 10, yeah. And then we got the King of Wands here. Yeah. There's the 8 of Swords here. So definitely said energies are basically, just saying a whole lot of dark things, about your mental health. That's why it's important. So we're highly creative energies, just so we're talking about sacral chakra energy. Highly creative energies, if you can think of it, and I try to simplify it this way, water takes the shape of whatever you put it in. So if your water would be your emotions, your moods, your subconscious habit, your creativity. So if you're a highly creative person, let's say for instance you're a triple threat. Let's say you can play an instrument. Let's say let's say you play 8 instruments. Let's say you're an author, you write books. Let's just say, like the creative ideas just flow. You're just this person, things just flow to you easily, right? So I'm just saying, you're going to have to recognize when you are the prey, prey. You're going to have to recognize when you're the prey, Sagittarius, because you're so busy pouring into people, helping people with the creative ideas. Oh, you should try this and you should do that. You're going along with their flow. Oh, you should try this. You should try that. And you're not even thinking. You're not even thinking that, okay, well, people could be mirroring your ideas, because that's just looking at your cards here, that's not even for you. You got more ideas. You're like, okay, you got more ideas to pull from the inside, right? That's when you're pouring into yourselves, right? But some people look at it as, oh, this person, let's see how, when you're dealing with emotional sharks, let's see how we can get something from this person. Let's see how, if this person if we can label this person as insane or mentally incompetent, then maybe we can align ourselves with some other people. Somehow we can take advantage of their legacy in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Whatever that may be, you can have a brand, whatever it is. So who to align themselves with? Somebody in your family or family members. So source is saying to you, somebody was an open book. This is right here. Somebody was an open book, unbeknownst to them, of what they were dealing with. Predatory energies. They didn't know. It had no idea. Preying on your mental health. But there's a Tower moment. There's a Tower card. You're divinely protected because people jump to conclusions. Oh, yeah, Sagittarius is crazy. Something's wrong with them, whatever. But it really is that you're just a highly creative energy. And other highly creative energies, they would have flowed with you with no problem. Oh, you got this idea that came to your mind? Oh, let me connect you. Let me help connect the dots. I'll connect you with a friend of mine. So, for instance, let's say you want to write a book, right? And you've never written a book in your life. You just had this idea. Source downloaded this idea. You can see the whole thing laid out. And that's how it is for some people, Sagittarius. They can literally see the whole thing laid out. Let's say you had a dream that you were sitting at your own book signing, right? You were at your own book signing and you were signing books. You were just like, oh my God, like having an out-of-body experience, right? It takes that level of like belief to kind of sort of come out of that fear shell, right? But let's say you told somebody that, they were like, oh, every time I turn around, they got all these bright ideas to do this and do that, something. Some people will prey on that. Some people will prey on that. Especially if there's money involved. And who are they going to prey on? They're going to prey on somebody young who's going to be an open book. Somebody who will make an emotionally immature statement, right? Who will align with somebody else who's making an emotionally immature statement about you. So Source is saying to you, don't make any, like I said, people jump to conclusions. Source is saying to you, well, I'm trying to think. It was an artist. Hold on. Let me try to think. This artist. Who said this? Oh, my goodness. Because usually you hear artists say this, what I'm seeing in the cards here. You'll hear a lot of artists. Because I've seen so many documentaries with artists. But there's that they just want to focus on the art. They just want to focus on the art. But unfortunately, a lot of people will prey on that. They will prey on that. They're like, okay, this person is a cash cow. This person is they got all these creative ideas. All we have to do is just add structure to it and take over the financial piece. Put them, label them as crazy, had their head examined, label them as crazy. And so it's the same, but that's not going to happen. That's not going to happen. You're having a Tower moment. You're having an awakening. So again, I do see you going into prayer mode, like really just prayer warrior mode, just thanking Source for, just downloading information to you, and you're praying for the very energies that have been preying on you. Those are the energies. You're praying for them. You're praying for them because you would not want that. These energies, as a matter of fact, when people operate in their gifts, when they operate in their gifts and their talents, the whole planet wins, actually. Whole planet wins. These energies they got together. They all familiar with you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. They all came the same story. Oh, something's wrong with Sagittarius. So get some energies to lie about something. Just lock them away somewhere. They mentally insane. Some kind of something going on. This is, oh wow. But your enemy's playing backfire, so relax. It's time to open your vault door. Somebody's not even thinking about apologizing to you because their demon is pride. They're not even thinking about, because it's somebody that you poured into, like you poured so much into them. I don't know who I'm talking to when I say, but you poured so much into the energy or energies. That's why I said you poured so much into these energies. It's just, like I said, for you, you're going to feel like you just hit the jackpot. It's just like, for real, it's like there's something you would never go back to. You're about to put a manhole cover, over something and move on. Move on. Like really just move on. Yeah, but make room for a new blessing. There it is. You have the gift of clairaudience. That's clear listening. But somebody feel they're stealing your identity and message from your ancestors. Somebody wants the best for you. But yeah, schedule a vacation. This card is coming out a lot of readings. Get schedule a vacation, but get focused. Get focused. Focus. You have the gift of claircognizance. She apologizes for betraying you, whoever she is, but you have the gift of claircognizance. That's psychic knowledge about other people too. So journal your journey. Yep, journal your journey. Your well of joy is within you. I said this in another reading on the YouTube side. Some people, these people right here, looking at your cards here, you would have absolutely helped these energies, but something wasn't happening fast enough for them. Something wasn't happening fast enough. Your money wasn't happening fast enough. Something, you weren't creating something fast enough for some energies. And some people had some bright ideas, partnering with other people who have bright ideas about something. So, and it backfired. That's a shame. That is really, really a shame. So let's see what, when we get to this last quarter moon phase, when we get to this last quarter moon phase, as now things are starting to become clearer and clearer and clearer to you. The last quarter moon phase is going to be on the 22nd of November, and it's going to be last quarter moon in Leo, and then it's going to move into Virgo, right? So when the moon moves into Leo, that's when you realize, okay, you think your vulnerability is actually your strength, right? And so we started out with this card right here, is like you've learned how to, in a very meek way, heal yourself, like heal your own spirit, right? That you've learned how to heal your own spirit, right? And so you know how to toss things into a burning bowl and recharge from the sun, like really go out and just get some sunlight and recharge. You know how people feel better when they go, go take a drive or just go do sunbathing. It's really like sun cleansing, like sunbathing, right? That's what you've learned how to do. So as we get closer and closer to the end of, this cycle, the end of the month, somebody is really going to start thinking about, like I said, the end of the month, we'll have that moon in Scorpio for you. You're going to put together a list of things that when you look back on relationships and just like how much you've invested in other people, and that's where that list is going. Scorpio is a water sign, something that was unhealthy and wounded. The relationships that was unhealthy and wounded, the ones that for you that you feel like you need to toss into a burning bowl and just flush those ashes. Just flush the ashes, just release it. Release it in love. Because Scorpio is ruled by the Tower card, but it's also ruled by the Judgment card. These two cards right here. Scorpio is ruled by these two cards. Right here. Yeah. Something was so unhealthy and so wounded. Source had to really, really step in because, again, of your heart. Your heart would have helped whoever these energies are. So, yeah. Let's see what else we got. Okay. Yeah, Sagittarius. So, yeah, so some kind of upheaval is happening right now. Some kind of upheaval is happening right now, looking at your cards here. But definitely I don't see, well, I'm not qualified to call anybody crazy, and I wouldn't call anybody crazy anyway, but the the 8 of Swords here is just like you're not saying anything negative about anybody, like their mental health, right? Especially when you're talking about creative energies. Yeah. Yeah, I don't see where you would see anybody's creative ideas as being crazy. I don't even think that word would even come out of your mouth, like in terms of somebody's creative ideas. If anything, like I said, looking at your cards here, I definitely feel like you're gonna feel like you have a whole new lease on life. That's what I feel like looking at your cards here. But yeah, something is definitely you're gonna feel very, very lucky. It's a double tower moment happening here. Yeah, double tower moment happening here. You're gonna feel very fortunate to have moved on, from something. But abundance. I'm creating generational wealth for my family. The money I desire is mine. I now receive it with excitement. The more I give, the more I receive. And I feel like you've been giving so many prayers out for so many people. You're actually receiving an abundance of prayers in return from people too. Like, what in the world? Like, just... So you send out good energy, it's going to come back. If you're sending out good energy, it's coming back. It sounds simple, but it actually works. So now good energy comes back. Keep your vibrations high. Keep your vibrations high, but you're definitely cutting ties with some energies permanently. You're permanently cutting ties. If you haven't already, you're definitely cutting ties with some energies. Your hard work is paying off. Yep, your hard work is paying off. I think it'll be a Capricorn involved in something because Capricorn came up. Could be chained to the devil. Like, somebody could be just chained to, something where they just like, oh, the devil made me do it. But health, my body is complete and ever healing. I welcome the idea of perfect health in my mind, my body and spirit. My mind is healed. My body is healed. I am perfectly whole. Yep. Perfectly whole. So, yeah, that's what I'm saying for you. That is what I'm saying for you. So, sound healing. So somebody maybe listening to sound, like have some sound bowls, or maybe thinking about, which is pretty cool, 47. That may be something that you're going to start doing, though. 47, 4 and 7 is 11. So you may get off the fence about, sound bowls, and maybe you may actually get some sound bowls. Maybe that may be a part of your healing process, right? So if that's something that you've been praying for, to be a part of some kind of a group or whatever, add the word free. Be very clear, because there's a lot of like in libraries and stuff like that, there's a lot of groups that come together. People do a lot of volunteer things that bring things to libraries and other spaces where they're free, depending on what your schedule is. Sagittarius, you could be source will make sure you're where you need to be when you need to be there. But definitely see a lot of traveling in your cars, and I do see you operating in faith. So miraculously, amazingly, everything I need always comes. Love is opening me to receive beyond anything I imagine. Yeah, something was definitely very cruel. That some energies were trying to be a part of something very, very cruel. Except, here's the number 0. I am limitless. So there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. Yep, godly and earthly things. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been very helpful, for you, just to kind of sort of get yourself geared up to get ready to close out the cycle. Remember, we're going to have a last quarter moon in Leo. And again, your vulnerability is your strength. In other words, go where you are appreciated, not where you are tolerated. So that's what I'm saying for you all. Something nostalgic, from your childhood something you remember from your childhood is going to come back to your memory, and it's going to really give you the motivation and inspiration to follow that dream. So whatever it was, I know you all like to travel a lot. Something is going to really give you the motivation to go after something that was a childhood dream for you. So it could take away from the chaos and confusion other people may have caused you. And the like, you would even be asking why, like, what in the world, what you have to do with something, right? What did you have to do with any of that? But some energy came up with some kind of bright idea. So anyway, that is what I have for you all. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you all on the YouTube side. But yeah, so that's how you're gonna wrap up this. That's how you're gonna wrap up this cycle. You're gonna wrap up this cycle, but just like, you got the, like I said, double tower moment, double upheaval, but you're divinely protected on both sides. So you're fine. You're fine. That is what I have for you. I'll see you all in the next video.